All right, let's get into it. Howdy, howdy. Sorry, uh, I do not read Cyrillic, so but Vault Hunter's mod pack. Translate, translate. Do I got a decently sufficient translation system? Ah, yeah, I was right. This is Vault Hunters Remastered 3rd Edition, and if you know anything about the mod pack, I'm currently chasing God Favors in um, Plunder Vaults. In this case, this is an action RPG mod pack for Minecraft 1.18.2. And like, it's got some rebalances coming up, but I don't have access to the pre-release and testing servers, so I'm just playing what is currently out there. But you run around, you do instances by supplying resources to that altar that's back there, and then you place the rock and you go in. You get an amount of time to do different tasks for like looting and or completion. You have the option of just leaving if you want to, but you can do different completions and whatnot. Oh, that's a bummer. The charm stopped working as soon as it lost that last one. Instead of it still working in the last vault. So I lost some of my health there. Oh well. Is this okay? I'm trying to find these if they are within 2 rooms, which will be visible on this map. Uh, my compass will point towards them, but nothing. And they'll give me different tasks to chase. This theme is plastic mobs, so they're like, I actually really dislike this theme because the little wizard guys create a lot more lag because their attacks are projectiles. Anyways, I'm looking for these. Yeah, these guys. Because they're throwing projectiles, they cause a lot of lag. Find unique vault ores. This is a rarity tier. Not like each type of vault ores. So like that was two fairly common ones. I think one is uncommon, one is common there of the two I got there. But I get options like, okay, I've already collected what I can there. So I'm looking to see if I can find a mine room or ore room, or even one of the rooms that's got like a decent ore spot on it, like this. Also, the completion is currently just do different things. Different things are worth a certain amount. In this case, each time I break a gem, it's one apiece. Each time I kill one of the horde mobs, it's one. This tank is worth 10. These gold chests here are worth 10 this roll. And they can be random, like sometimes those will roll 1s as well, sometimes they'll roll 7s. But yeah, these little guys, if you don't like really clear them out, they can cause a lot of lag. These wooden chests are currently rolled as 1s, so they're not really worth chasing. And right now what I'm chasing is just completing the challenges from the altars. So. But yeah, it's like this one doesn't tend to have a decent ore spot anywhere in it. If I manage to pop into one and it's blue, that one's good. This is a separate challenge room, but it doesn't generate ores. You go and select what loot you want and what you'll fight to secure it. And then you hit the center. You'll fight the mobs, and then it'll generate afterwards. That Gorgonite that popped up on the sidebar was one of the unique ones. Oh. Okay. Lovely. The assassins don't appear to be worth anything. Let's see. If it pops up as a blue room, those are just ore points instead of chests and ore points. And it's not always ores. Some of these ones that can be, like this one ended up being coins. Little coin piles, which anytime they actually give any, coins are really good because they count for each time you hit them. Whereas most other chests are worth just the first time you hit them. Come on, there's got to be some ore rooms someplace. This can't generate any ores, but you fight some pillagers and whatnot, and you add a bit to each wave, and then you loot the treasure underneath that generates specifically based on what you chose to fight. The little plastic toy mobs. This one has two fairly decent ore spots down here sometimes. That one ended up as chests, but here. There's a bit of ores here. Not the best ore spot I can get in that position. Alright. The blue plastic in other themes is water. But because this is the plastic play set. Oh. Stronger guy. And he'll give extra loot when he dies. Alright. And then when it all fills up, I can click on one of those to leave. And I want to do that before the timer runs out. Fortunately, I've hit the back end of the vault. There's no more rooms in this direction. On this line. And it is not a square vault. Because I can't go to the sides there. No, I don't want AI viewers. It's hard enough dealing with ones that can't understand me just because of a language barrier. I also don't particularly want... Okay, it is a circular vault. As in, the total shape of the rooms would be a circle, and that's because since it's not a square, the other shape it could be is a diamond, which would mean that that one would have had to have had two of its passages blocked, but it only had one of them. Really? There's like no good ore spots in any place, really? Where are you? That one has a low chance of rolling one down there. Okay, that's going... They have range like blazes. Like, they do not respect any kind of distance, so if they've got line of sight, they'll fire at me. And that causes some problems because it means that they then have to track and fire, and they generate particles at such great distances. It creates some lag long term. ore room? Any kind of ore room? Nope. That's not an ore room. This one might be. No. But it does have a decent ore spot. That one generates usually. Okay, so there's a little floating object now for me to loot that can spawn sometimes in the vault once you've got enough experience, and if it rolled to let you get it. That's why I've got the blue effect, because it's floating somewhere around. Because the thing is showing me numbers, there's also a bug that makes particle effects visible while there's numbers out there, just so that you don't miss the numbers. Doesn't work with the floating item particles, but almost anything else like this. Or the, what you call it, down there. Not, yeah. The block particles. Not the item particles, the block particles. Okay, certain mob ones will. Ah, here we go. Now we've got an order. I have a separate task to do these guys too. The reason I'm mining like this is so that I leave the paths up there intact in case I have to run back through this room later. Like this middle section, it's fine if it gets torn away, but alright. So that's done. Ooh. Up here it doesn't matter so much. Though, because my feet dropped, the hammer didn't manage to mine all of those at the same rate, so I left behind the things that it didn't mine. Bonk. Alright. Alright. Do I have another decently situated task? And I have failed that jump. Or spot. This is task. Vault doors. Well, I've got a couple in here. And these ones don't care what type. So that'll help. I can just kind of go like this one, this one, this one, this one. So that's 10 of them. And that's based on number of placements. Sometimes I get a duplicate one, so... Kindly go away, says. Let's see if I've left a decent amount of ore still up here. I don't think I did. I did get this fairly thoroughly, even if I kind of fell down and then stopped. But I don't think I left any of the really big ones. Yeah, that one's gone, that one's gone. Alright. 8. Just 8. And... okay. Alright. Back this way. And I actually should go here because one of the things you also get for completing the God Altars, if you go back to them, which I've gone the wrong direction. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's make sure we get those other ones. There we go. 28. Other direction, this way. Yep. Come and get me, suckers! So this one, where I had originally been, skipped a bunch of things. Come back here. Get that item. Absolutely despise the plastic thing. Like, the only good thing about it is the amount of dwellers, if you've got anything that cares about dwellers, which are the little red-shirted guys. Not the muscle ones, but the just red shirt. Not an ore room, but it does have a ore spot. Frequently. There we go. Anyways, I've got 5 minutes left, but I can leave this vault at any time through one of the little purple lodestones or walking all the way back to the entrance. But I think more importantly, I can go and get that bit of fruit from that one in the previous room. Although I can also come into these extra generated rooms for a bit of extra loot. Let's just summon everything first. So this guy will drop extra loot. He has a ton of hit points. And he'll unlock that little altar thing, which is useful if you've got a good end-game gear piece, because it gives you a chance of upgrading one of the stats on it, far beyond everything else. But all of mine aren't ready to get locked. If it gives you the bonus, you can do a little bit more work on it. But if it fails to give you the bonus, it can't be used whatsoever anymore. And it also locks you out of a couple of modifications that I still can do with my gear pieces, and like I want them to do it because I'm not at the level cap of 100 that the gear cares about. And I've got a couple pieces that will level with me as a little bonus. A little green marker on them. It will keep up with my level as long as I'm wearing it or holding it in hand when I get experience and level up. Oh, look. The battery I swapped out on my wireless mouse has finished recharging. That's what that beeping was. Barrel. And these barrels are higher quality gear and things like that than the chests. The chests can include them out there as well, but so like those red ones can have the same stuff in it and then some extra loose materials, but they are mostly going to be the loose materials. All right. Particle effects. All right. I need one of those purple things. Can be used to get me 30 more seconds on a timer. Ooh, ores. Alright. I get no EXP for those vaults though. And tiny floaty thing is... it doesn't work anymore at all. Okay, I've already got any of that stuff. I also get a decent amount of lemons when I complete a vault, because I also get some based on how many of those horde mobs I kill. One, two, three. There's another pack of cards on the floor. There we go. Stat packs. Nothing too interesting there. Put these all in here. This again. Wars. Egg. Thunderstorm. Thanks, Minecraft. Purple, green. Technically, there's two different shades of purple there. There's this purple, which is the second highest tier. This green is the highest tier. And then these are chaotic. And when you identify, you roll them. And when they're chaotic, they don't follow normal rules for stats. Okay, that one's not too bad. Ooh, 9 chaining. Otherwise garbage. Not a horrendous set of rolls, but you can't do anything to work on those. Yeah. 2 different types of clouds, so technically that's the second case. Poison, poison. Dura, Dura. Alright. These 3 get to go in here because they have actual full-on broke the rules. This one because it has double cloud and is even double poison cloud. This one because it ended up with 2 separate durability sets. And this one because it has both chilling and healing cloud at the same time. The rest of this goes into the recycling. Back in there you go. Ooh, gotcha. Health and effective organs. I think this one goes on. It doesn't give me nearly as much health as that one that died. Anything good here? Not especially, no. Like, I do eventually need to actually make a... Anyway, 6, 7. A decent... new chest breaker, because this one's going to wear out eventually. That gets kept, that gets kept. These ones were fairly bad. I'm just going to second those. .8 is high enough to keep. None of that's high enough to keep. 4% on that is high enough to keep. Alright. Time to go put stuff away. Okay, that's all put away. Okay, those still need put away. But I have some ores that I need to finish mining. Bunch of ores. Very place. These ones I need to compress, which is fairly easy. Shift and press the letter K, and these will currently compress since they're a 2x2 recipe to compact them. And that lets me put them away in storage, where the small form of them is currently close to full. But there's currently a bug that makes other storage of it much more expensive than it needs to be. I need more of this one right now. For the next step of the project I'm working on. Okay, that's all those. Egg. And the bones are gone. Okay. All right, those aren't stacking. Do they stack if I put them in here? Okay. I want to make hostile eggs. None of those are helpful, because I have all of those. So make more of these. Those are helpful. Pillager I already have. At least as many of those as I need is actually known, so. Eggy, eggy, eggy. Pig on bread I don't need. Okay, so that's all the eggs. Yeah, I need more ashium so I can make more ashium clusters to make ashium chunks, because the chunks are all used to make these, and I need 9 of those for the next pickaxe. Something, something. You know how modded goes. Still don't have enough of those beat. No, I do have enough of those beat. I don't like doing cakes. Like, it's an easy thing to do, but like, I don't like it. It's not my play style. It's not hard, it's not my play style. Okay, there's at least enough redstone right now. Good. It's gonna be annoyed. Alright. Away you go. Alright. Oh. Okay. Okay, so that is 81 blocks of gold. Right there. Well, for each one at least. Alright. All of that I have being made. Yay, boss! Nearest altar is... that room. How many? 4. Chests. Alright. Altar. Assassins. That'll be a bit annoying. Because this theme doesn't generate nearly as many assassins per spawner as I would like for that. Even when they generate assassins at the spawner. Looks like average 5 right now. cloud of healing particles. Anyways, I'm going to annoy myself because I'm going to manage to knock down that on the circuit. Loot. Okay, so that one was probably there. Not the one in the wall. Got it. Sometimes there's one in the wall here. That's probably just the one in the middle though. Yep. I need 4 runes. And so I can be done whenever. Good. I can just go and fight the boss. Okay. Let's go fight some assassins. I don't have the key to that red and blue treasure. Rude. All the boxes within a fairly large radius are now perfect. Alright, I need at least 2 more spawners. 1 more spawner. Assassins. Nice. So that's done. So I can go here to recollect again. That's a minute. Which is potentially really helpful because I absolutely forgot to grab any of those back out of my system. Okay, so that is going to be there. It's a task. Nah, I don't want to go to the chest, so. Let's get moving. To move it. Anyways, not that one. So let's see. I do wish the system had a way that I could go like, hey, yes, that was the nearest one. Can I have you ignore it for the rest of the time now? Oof. That one's a ways away. Upstairs or downstairs? That one's going to be upstairs. So... No, I'm not hunting dwellers. Gosh darn it. Dwellers are annoying because they're inconsistent about how much they appear. So that one would be... Oh, that one's upstairs, isn't it? It's... wooden chests. Those are basically in all of these gray rooms. Look, I have no clue if that passive grass were in the world I was doing. Even stayed around much past the end of it. For all I know, they're currently lurking, though. You know, whether or not I can read Cyrillic, they might be able to understand English spoken. So the language barrier might be one direction. So that's this room. Let's head back a room. Stab that guy. Fortunately, I don't have to beat the boss in the timer. I just have to get it summoned before that timer in the bottom left hits 0. But I get locked in the room when that happens, so I need to finish the secondary task before I go and try to see the boss. Only the zombie babies can move fast enough to beat the knockback. Right, this is the kill dwellers that I didn't want to deal with. The reason I came back to this room is it lets me fairly cleanly rotate around the room that I got the task from. Angry. Trinket. And was that a god charm? Trinket's good. The lemon's more expensive than I want to pay for it, given how easy I have it for getting those. I missed. So that might just be bombs. Because I don't think gun charms drop from bombs. It's not like that. I think they drop as the antique there. The one that looked like a stamp that I turned in 6 of them to get one. All right. Probably would have found enough gilded chests because it would not have asked for 77 of them like it did with wooden. It would have asked for like a third as many. And with things like this, probably would have found enough. Three. All right. I don't think I necessarily want to do everything, but I might as well. Because it fairly rarely it's managed to beat me. That's a minute in a future vault. I can also do any other red room I run into on the way in. Which does not appear to be happening. I have to wonder, out of curiosity's sake, if I told it to find the objective pillar, which is where I have to turn these in, can the compass sniff out boss rooms. This is actually easier like this because he summons more minions and I get bonuses as little timers refresh based on hitting and killing mobs. The main boss is killing mobs, but the minions will very much. He's constantly keeping those numbers up. It's not great for my gear durability. But now all those things that were on the runes that I put in will be inside the okay, no, just a helmet. Trinket. TR. There we go. I should go in here. All right. Much crate berry packs. So I should go through those at some point. Ooh, even more packs. Blinky. I got my Blinky. Now I can go and take a nap. Library inscription. Something, something. Not even reading what in the world you're putting into the system. Alright. Resistance. 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 Alright. Oh. Trap this arm as a bait. Green row, red adjacent juice. Green column. Yellow row. Alright. And the juice goes in there. These get shipped to Giki. Slow your levels up by doing random tasks. Sure. Alright, gear pieces, gear pieces. Davsky Swordsky. I think that one gets a special category spot. Because Scrappy has an extra chance for boosting just raw attack damage. So it also being a legendary Scrappy piece with the attack damage makes it part of like a very specialty build. I'm unlikely to build it by the end of this, but I mean... when the other choice is just kind of, well... Nope. 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 And recycling everything. Maybe, just maybe, one of them gets to survive. Okay, 5 platinum isn't bad. Oh, it's not depositing because can't deposit without the deposit upgrade. That Let's see, what else? What else? What else? Anything else I should deal with here before I go elsewhere? Yes, these things. And then in theory, these. Yeah, perfect. Item rarity. Well, perfect item rarity. And nearly perfect reach. Oops. Something, something. If you shift, it will just pick for you. Gotta remember not to be able to shift while I do that. Alright. Fine, fine, fine. It gets to be copper too. Still no ashium. Need more ashium. Annoying book goes in here. Alright. Anything else? No. Stare. Right, because I still have those need to go in, that needs to go in. These I should have deposited at the already. Two eggies. Eggy. Cool. I actually need that. The reason I'm hurting so much for redstone and whatnot is I've only got one witch producing. Two witches producing. I need like 4 total for that to really get maxed out. Boop, boop. Boop. Boop, boop. press these, press these, press these. All right. Did anything overflow into this? No. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. To compact a little bit more of that. Key. All right. That's that. Okay, I've got 8 keys, which means 7, 8. Yeah, they don't have to be the same, but you know, if I'm not doing all the different ones, I might as well make them all the same, right? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if I drop them on the ground, they go in the keyring. And then the keyring gets to contain 8 Oopaline keys. And nothing else. One of you. Tall. Great. Red stump. What's that? What's my camp look like? Okay. So I get to go and manually hunt the tropical fish. At least they're not hard to find. I'm just a bit stupid with my build, since I'm all melee. Makes it fairly hard for me to fight them by hand. Nice. Another boss. Speeder. And I have just made a mistake. Tanks are actually really hard to get in this theme. So I'm going to likely lose a point in Idona. Six. All right. Mobs. Alright. No wooden chests. Okay. Something, something. If they stay in the water, they they are zombies. All right. Aqui. All right. Bonk. Eggies. Ooh. Yay. 10. Anything else? Ooh. Knowledge star. Boop, boop, boop. Eggy, eggy. Eggies. None of those are currently useful. Yeah, that's not even enough for the next match. Well, nothing more to do today besides make sure everything's put away and any other loot has been handled. So, right. I should check on that. Anyways, what else? What else? What else? Right. Fruit. Like, I'll put up with the cakes because honestly, like, that's not a bad set, and it's only once, but I'll have to do it some other time. But restart's about to happen, so that's it for today. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.